No, yeah, and what she needs to do is take advice from old Cuzzo, uh,
Oh, Guzzo.
old Cuzzo JEY Uso. Okay,
Oos,
yeet,
oos.
yeet. All right, this guy.
No,
Can we give out an award like the NBA? It's NBA playoffs right now. Most improved wrestler, in my opinion, right now, just in the last few months, has been Jey Uso. What a step forward! Everybody knows. The two people that watch this know that I can't stand Jey Uso.
me
Right?
either. Trash.
Um, yeah, I just feel like his
Good
shit's
tag team
boring.
wrestler, but
He's slow. But right now, he is. You know, we could start with the Gunther match, which it was improved. Still kind of a stinker though for me, but it was improved.
it
It was,
was one of Jey
it was,
Uso's
it was.
best
You could tell that
singles
it was getting
matches, though.
better, right?
He went just the improvement from the build up to the Gunther match
Yes,
to the actual Gunther match went from like a 2 to like a 6.5
yes, yeah. That's
easily.
accurate. That's accurate
Um,
because he was out of breath all the time before that. He couldn't shoot a good promo. His matches were real lethargic. He was a little chubbier. You could tell he was like had a little belly.
yeah,
Like,
he's been
and
putting the work in the gym for sure.
man, he looks
I I
smooth.
I think he also started to realize he was burning himself out. Um, and and we noticed he was nursing an arm in that match for no reason.
Yeah,
I think because
he
I've
was very good.
noticed that even now, even at Raw yesterday, the whole time he doesn't go as hard, even when
Yeah.
he doesn't have a match in his own way promoing. And I think it's because he fucking hyperextended his arm, bro. Doing,
Dude, something.
I
He got
think he
hurt. He
fucking, I
was
think
nursing
he,
injuries.
because
How
even
are you
doing it
gonna
just
hurt
now, I
yourself
felt like
for
a
doing a
little,
dance?
in my bicep
Yeah,
overdoing it. And that guy
yeah,
was going crazy with it. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure he fucking hyperextended something or pulled something in his arm eating.
yeah.
And
Well,
that's why,
He
yeah.
heated too hard.
yeah.
Also, I think WWE right now is doing him a huge favor. Right? They instantly put him with a match with one of the best wrestlers in the industry, Seth freaking Rollins. Right? I mean, he's just bottom line. This
He's
guy doesn't
he's
have a bad
good at
match. Right?
everything he does.
Yeah, he's
Ever.
great. Yeah.
Great.
So so
Even when
yep.
WWE in like 2016 era or time when it was really, really bad and there was no good matches, Seth Rollins was one of the few people who didn't still couldn't have a bad match.
Right.
He got the job done and was one of the best that they had.
Yeah.
And you cannot hate that guy.
Right. No, it's and Seth Rollins right now is in the hottest heel faction right now, right? And we'll get to that, I'm sure. But WWE giving Jey Uso all these favors because not only do they have him with Seth freaking Rollins, right? But then they do a Logan Paul, right? So and then now they're doing a Gunther, and then you just watch this SmackDown and Braun got him. I just love how it's coming from all angles from him, like a real champion, like they're really gunning for it. So
Yeah.
so I'm loving that from them. And you know what? It's like they're using his weaknesses against him, and they're working them out in front of our own eyes. Oh, you're not used to being a champion. You're not used to be singles. You're not used to these big matches. You don't know how to wield this power. And they're bringing these things up, and then they're kind of showing you, hey, look at him strive through this. So it's good storytelling, and I love how they just got him in the mix with
Hey,
everybody. You just kind of don't know what's going on. Yeah,
and they're putting them through the gauntlet, and not only is that doing a favor for them proving like this point to you, but it literally is doing a favor for his training because
yeah,
he's hitting that much more people that much faster and at less stakes but still big conclusions. So instead of, like, for instance, Cody defends every 4 months. Well, every 4 months, you're going to notice that he hasn't been running around that ring, that hasn't grown much, that he's only defended 4 times in a year. When you're Jey Uso and you needed improvement, obviously Cody can handle it, but But with him, it's like, okay, we hit you through the gauntlet. You don't even pay attention to that. You're paying attention to the fact that he did this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, and he picked something up from everyone, and everyone helped carry him. And in that time, by the time that month and a half is done of him going through these trials, he literally can handle himself as a singles performer now. He's done
Absolutely.
all the work. He's done all the conditioning. Now he can carry himself. They're elevating him right before your eyes,
Yeah.
and he's killing it. Most improved for sure.
Yeah. All the criticism that WWE has right now with their writing, this is a bright spot. This and the Paul Heyman, these are nice, And they got CM Punk. He's got friends, right? He's got CM Punk. He's got Sami Zayn. He's not alone. So now there's opportunities for triple threats, tag teams, all types of stuff. So
All types of stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
good,
they they
good,
stepped it
good
up.
main
Over as
event.
he is too.
What's
Like
that?
I said, him being as over as he is too. Like with
Oh
the
yeah,
eating
they're
and all
fishing with
that.
dynamite.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
he's in
Yeah,
a good spot right now.
yeah.
Me personally, I don't see him being a long-term champion. But once he loses the title, they
You
could
know,
probably put him in that spot again.
you know, heading into Mania, I think we all agreed that seeing him as a long-term champion was unlikely. But honestly, with what they're doing right now, they got quite the main event scene with a lot of chaos, and he is improving. There's a large likelihood that he does sneak by with a 8, 9, 10 month reign, 6, 7, maybe 10 defenses.
Maybe I could see maybe 6 months. If they do go over that, that means they're putting him in high stake feuds and
My thing is Jack, you're right, man. It's like at first WrestleMania, I could have sworn he'd be done in 2 months. Um, but now I guess if they do it right and they have these heels chasing the champion, I could even see um I could even see you know them trading that belt back and forth and maybe get like in a calendar year, like you're saying, like in 8 or 10 months, where it's like a back and forth thing, and Uso still ends up at 9 months
Yeah,
from now still the champion, but he
for
dropped it a couple times and got it
for
back.
this for the same reasons, because it's
Yeah,
such chaos and there are so many people to
yeah,
take it away and then help them get it back, and there's so many moving parts. So you could do a back and forth. You could do a slip them through. Either way, I think he is there to stay in the picture for
yeah,
at least a good year. He's going to be in the main event picture. Probably 2 years before
yeah,
Jey Uso has his I'm out of the picture moment.
it's
yeah.
gonna depend on if he keeps up that momentum.
Right.
Um, he's had it for a while, so we'll see where he goes in the next couple
Personally,
months.
I'm a big
And
believer in lose the title, take the title. It makes people want you to have it longer, because it's like, people always want the title. People
depends
want
on
the
how
next
much
guy.
they're doing it too. Like if they're
No,
just doing
not
it like
really. A lot of people, I always talk about how, like, title changes too much, devalues it. Only if you put it on the wrong people. But if you're doing it the right way, it doesn't. Because look, in the Attitude Era, how do you think Triple H has 14 title reigns? How do you think Stone Cold has The Rock, Undertaker? All these guys have dozen plus title reigns in the same era. Shawn Michaels, all of them, because they're going back and forth. They were going back and forth a month, 3 months, a week, 2 months. But the important thing of it is to keep it unpredictable, keep it
Yeah,
compelling.
it's important to the way you do it, like you said. If it's a competitive division and it's a bunch of stars like WWE has, like
Yeah,
WWE has all the stars, all
right.
the fucking stars are here. So
Dude, the
I can
Raw
almost
division right now is, like you said, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, right? Seth Rollins,
Orton.
Ron Baker. Well, just on the Raw side, right? But
No,
it's
right,
like,
right, right.
but even if in 6 months you could bring somebody like
Gunther.
Orton or whatever
Yeah,
over, because they have the swap.
yeah,
There is the tools to make a competitive division, like swap, swap, swap. Now, if you try and hit me with like a Jinder Mahal or a fucking Kofi Kingston, it's not gonna work.
No,
You know what I mean? It's
Jinder
like,
Mahal better
Jinder
not
Mahal is the
fucking get
GOAT.
that belt.
I don't care who says the GOAT.
Jinder Mahal.
That guy sucks. Hey,
That guy sucks.
He does now, but not when he was champion. He was the greatest champion of all time.
He was not, bro. Stop it.
You
dude, he was a
can't
flash in the
Jinder.
pan.
See, hey, bro. See, this is why, right there. This is why you've never held the golden bell.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I just have bold predictions. My bold
Bold,
prediction
dumb
is
predictions.
Money in the Bank.
hey man,
Jinder Mahal is gonna make a return. He's gonna win the Money in the Bank, and he's gonna cash in on Jey Uso.
he better fucking not. Yeah, he'll cash it in and fucking lose. He'll be the first dude to cash in the fucking Money in the Bank and lose it.
No,
I don't
not
know
the
if somebody.
first.
Someone's lost it after cashing in like 10 seconds or something, like 10 minutes, right?
I don't know.
Have they after cashing in? I don't know, but I know people lost the match.
I'm talking about
early.
like cash it in and then lose it like the next night. That's happened, right?
Probably. I'd have to look into it.
We'd
No,
have to
I'm
look into
saying
that.
he comes down there, gets the match in, and he loses somehow. Like he don't even win.
They've had failed cash ins before. Yeah.
Oh, they had failed ones. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that'll happen
I
to him.
think
That's
Cena was
the type of
first, wasn't it?
category he's in.
Nah, listen, I'm the king of bold predictions. Okay, look at the pictures.
You're
But
more of the prince. Get out of my lane.
that one, nah.
It's happening. I can almost guarantee.
Listen, I
it's
would put
happening.
more money on Alberto Del Rio cashing in at Money in the Bank
The odds would be more in Del
than Jinder
Rio's.
Mahal.
How
That would be
about
lit.
this? Alberto
Hey,
Del Rio wins
listen,
the main event of Money in the Bank against Jey Uso, and Jinder
listen.
Mahal cashes
That's
in
not
his Money in the
possible,
Bank.
bro. That's not possible. You're killing me. Listen,
Yeah, now you're just living in La La
now you're
Land.
just being a dumbass.
Yeah.
Listen,
fact.
unpopular opinion, but I think Del Rio was a great WWE character and had a great run, and him and JBL had a great rivalry. I'm just saying.
Again, that was like PG era stuff, so I missed it.
Yeah, he was a great character. Just behind the
Man,
scenes, was
you know
great.
what?
I
Shut up.
remember him. I remember
Listen,
him.
Speaking of, you remember when we mentioned we're probably going to get to Seth Rollins? That we are. See, that's a real prediction right there,
That's
Jeff.
a real prediction, Jeff. That's how the fuck you do it.
And it's not a
Nah.
prediction; it's a spoiler.
Shit, yeah. When you're like me, bro, and you see around corners.